All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fluid Wellbeing. My name is Gunnar Emery. I thought, why not make a special video for y'all to connect with me, especially for those of you who are new to the newsletter and new to the subscription list. So welcome in down here in Los Gatos, California. I wanted to make this video because we have some really awesome events and also a lot of collective energy that is culminating to generate and create what are known as portals of entry, which are key and crucial for manifesting and also calling in and bringing in what you want, what you desire, and also surrendering to a higher presence. So today I'm just going to speak briefly on the collective energies, and then I'm going to give you a sample meditation, a sample connection to yourself and your ability to connect with others as well when you're not in the same room. Okay. So let me just give you a brief background, a brief background as to what am I talking about. So basically, we're talking about the collective unconscious or the superego or the universal mind. Maybe you've heard all of these terminologies before. I just call it the universe, the universal mind, the universal consciousness. And so basically, what science has figured out is that all of our consciousness as a human species, as a human race, is intertwined and interconnected. And so, if you can imagine a giant web of connectivity and consciousness, basically you're able to communicate and connect to this consciousness and influence and affect the consciousness in a certain way. So that brings about two things. One, you should start be thinking about the news and about the narrative of the mainstream media and things like that. Where is the news headed? Where is the media headed? Think about all of the things that are going behind the movies, the TV shows. It's influencing a collective consciousness. It's showing us, is telling us who we are and what we are. So the first step is really just unraveling and unwinding that and becoming clear on how you influence the collective consciousness. The second step is the ability to quiet the mind, which we're going to do in just a moment. And so when I first began meditation, I really started really easy and simple. And that's what I highly recommend. 5 minutes a day. Don't make it challenging. Don't make it too hard for yourself. Make it really simple. And honestly, what I did was I just followed the breath. Eventually, you'll build up 5, 10, 15 minutes, and you need to be able to quiet your mind. Once you're able to quiet your mind and go beyond your body, your mind, your emotions, and your past, you're able to contact that space, the space that we were talking about, the collective unconscious, the universal mind. And from there, you can start to alter reality, hopefully for the benefit of yourself and for the benefit of humanity. Actually, it's impossible to change it for the negative, for a false purpose. Once you get into that space, there's all sorts of, I don't know, interesting things that occur. You realize that we're all just one. So why would you harm yourself? And you're really just trying to evolve consciousness, evolve humanity. Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started in a comfortable seated position. If you want to, you can lay back and lay down. And I'm just going to guide you through a little brief meditation. We'll connect and then we'll drop in. So find yourself in that seated position. Becoming aware of your posture, leaning forward or leaning back. Connecting to the breath. And really feel the weight of the body towards the earth. Soles of the feet on the ground. So really tuning in to yourself. And tuning into that home, that center. Think about it just like a radio station. Tuning from one station to the next, tuning into your home. Feeling your muscles relax, the weight and the stress slipping away into the earth. And just feeling your spine growing long as you release any of these worries, as you release any of this stress. Taking some larger breaths into the nose, out of the mouth. Giving yourself permission to let go and find peace and ease. Taking in inventory of any sounds that you may hear in your environment, whether they be pleasant or distracting. Right, and then while staying in your body, just allow an image to come to mind of this universal consciousness, the universal mind. The key here is to allow the image, allow this feeling, see, sense, smell, the universal consciousness. It could appear to you as a web, as a tree, something a little bit more abstract. Just trust your intuition. Mine is appearing as this golden coin, just spinning at this very balanced rate, resembling the balance of the universe, the balance of the universal mind. Good. As you tune in, just trusting the intelligence, trusting the information. If you're receiving any intuition, sometimes once you start to quiet down, all the answers become clear and to the forefront of your consciousness. But seek not to strive to answer anything. Connect more into the universal web. We're just going to do a small meditation in gratitude and love. So just imagine sending love into this consciousness. Concentrate and focus, and just notice how your image, how you're feeling, how your smell, that vibration, that tones begins to shift as you send it love. So for me, as I send it love, it really expands and opens and spins that coin even faster, and it opens up my heart. It gives me further access into myself, into my inner knowing. And I see, sense, feel the shift and the change of not only my consciousness, but the consciousness of the world as I connect in, up leveling and raising the vibration. And that's ultimately, secretly, what this whole meditation is about. There's a lot of interesting things happening on the earth, but if you're listening still to this meditation, you might start to consider that you have a special role. Everyone has a special role, but a very, very special role, as in facilitating the earth to heal, facilitating humanity and human consciousness to raise and ascend. And of course, ultimately, we're all here to do that. But some of us may have just awoken a little bit before everyone else. So rounding and closing out the meditation, next 30 seconds. Just resting in that space of recognition of yourself and your soul for this journey and this path. And for all souls, for all beings who are on this path with you. We're all doing it together. All right. When you're ready, taking your time to come back up into your body, wiggling the fingers and the toes. So before we go back into our lives, I just want you to notice throughout the day, something definitely shifted. So notice if the sun feels a little brighter, if people who maybe weren't so nice to you are a little bit nicer. So simple things, and keep track of that, because that's your sign and your signal to remind you that you are making a difference and you are shifting and altering. And ultimately, together we join in this space and we really magnetize that facilitation and awakening of the energy of love. And we expand upon that. And ultimately, we'll build 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 100, and eventually a community, a state, a nation, a world of beings who are thinking, acting, and being in this place. And that is the awakening. All right. So thank you so much for joining me today. Please have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon.